Hello, it's Angus here at the Bureau of Meteorology with your weekend weather video, but I'm going to extend the weekend out to include Friday because there are some damaging wind warnings in place for Friday and we'll have a look at those. But of course we will touch on the rain and the temperature and how things evolve through the weekend. But for now, the satellite imagery across the country. The main feature really is this cold front in the southeast that spirals into this low pressure area. Now along this cold front there's a band of cloud and a band of rain, mostly quite patchy rain, with the most significant feature being the wind. So let's zoom in and take a bit of a look at the forecast wind gusts for Friday afternoon. And what I really want you to look out for are these oranges and reds. Those are the areas expecting to get 80, 90, 100 km/h gusts through the second half of the day today. As this front does move eastwards, we are going to see the strong winds blow across parts of Victoria and Tasmania, clearing up quite nicely in the wake of that front for most, but not everyone. It will stay a bit windy in Tas until probably the early hours of Saturday morning. So here is a look at our current damaging wind warnings across the country, mostly covering alpine parts of Victoria, just pushing into alpine New South Wales as well. There's a couple of small coastal areas here in Victoria which are also under warning, as well as large parts of the east and the south of Tasmania. These warnings will generally expire through Friday evening, but a couple of them will last into the early hours of Saturday morning, and that takes us to the weekend. In behind this moving front, high pressure rapidly regains control of the weather map, and that is going to lead to settled and fine weather for many, but not everyone. As this front does move eastwards, it will bring some rain through parts of New South Wales, so watch out for a bit of wet weather through, well, Canberra, Wollongong, Sydney, through Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon as well. Outside of that frontal system, the only spots really lining up for rain are east coast areas, with spotty showers likely to continue along the coast of Queensland and maybe even northern New South Wales for Saturday. The rest of the country is going to be under the influence of this high pressure area, and it is going to be dry and settled weather. There will certainly be some cloud cover around the south, but it's going to be long sunny days as you look further northwards. Into Sunday, we're going to really see those showers continue, the sort of the remnant moisture from that cold front passing over. And in fact, we're setting up a bit of a trend along that east coast. So it's not just Saturday and Sunday, but through much of the first half of next week, we do anticipate showers continuing right along this coastline from the Cape York Peninsula all the way down the Queensland coast to about the northern half of the New South Wales coast, down to about Sydney or Wollongong. The showers along that coast next week are not going to be coming in thick and fast and really heavy, but there will just be the odd spot of rainfall through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for many of those coastal locations. Outside of that, it's another fine day for Sunday with lots of clear weather. The wind is picking up across this part of the country here, and that is going to mean elevated fire dangers, high to extreme fire danger for parts of the Northern Territory, and it is a long weekend for parts of NT as well, and so that elevated fire danger risk will continue into the public holiday on Monday. The last thing I wanted to touch on before we wrap up this video is a look at temperatures for the weekend. Saturday morning is going to be quite chilly down here, southern parts of WA. We've got 3 degrees in Kalgoorlie, but I think some parts of the southwest land division be more like 0 or -1. And that is going to mean an increased risk of frost down in this part of the country for Saturday morning. In the afternoon, the temperatures stay high for the northern areas. Check out 36 degrees in Broome, but it's notably cooler across the southern states of Australia. It has been a warm week with lots of places reaching 18, 19, 20 degrees, but those temperatures get replaced by 13s and 14s for many of the southeastern places on Saturday, more like 16 to 17 in southern WA. Into Sunday, the cooler air moves eastwards and we start to see these 1s and 2s through South Australia, New South Wales, down into Victoria as well, and that means that risk of frost spreads eastwards as well. So all inland areas in these southern states on Sunday morning could awaken to a smattering of frost before the day really warms up nicely for most. There's still a pocket of cool conditions down in this part of the country. Everyone else though is climbing back into the 20s. We are trending back to warm weather, and that is the outlook for next week. Pretty much the entire country is looking to run warm again next week compared to the normal August average. So to see what that means for your area, find your local forecast at bom.gov.au and make sure you have downloaded the BOM Weather app. That is me for this week. We will see you again next time.